180.
Watch it, you find.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Hey, watch edge, watch edge.
Big time.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
No gain on the play.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Done.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. And he finds Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
At the 43-yard line.
Come on, set. 10 Lobo.
I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Let go.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Zeke with a shake and bake. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people. But that's how he wore down.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts. Understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm scared.
They run the counter with Cook. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Let's go.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Watch the flag. Watch the flag.
Cook following the penalty.
You ain't doing nothing today.
They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Mayfield. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a first down. Mayfield on 1st down. And this is Cook with a grab. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Mayfield now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. A throw over the middle, taken in. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd.
Switch.
Alert, 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 alert.
And again, it's Mayfield. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. To throw, Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Go now. 60 Pittsburgh. We don't know no better. Keep dribbling.
They'll start the drive with Elliott.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Mike's 50.
Get it.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. Cooper was the intended target.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Mike 54. Double dog.
A toss to Cook. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around.
Run.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Good. 180.
There, 54 Mike.
Watch the run. It's soft, baby. That's baby soft.
What's that?
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. They'll run with Cook.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Hey, check 24.
Recon, 132 fighter.
They try again with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Looking to throw. Lawrence, and he's got Ezekiel Elliott, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Elliott on first down, going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
60 outlaw.
Let's go, Mike. 50.
Hey, wahoo. Hey, snap.
To throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. To throw on 3rd down, Lawrence. And he comes back with 1 complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 30.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete from the contact.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Come on, let's go. Get it.
Off play action. Lawrence. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready?
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Lawrence. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 34. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
180.
Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
12 yards. And the Vikings.
Good. 180.
Mike 54.
1st and
Come
10
on.
at the 10-yard line.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
Good. 180.
Watch 55. I don't think you got it, son.
Point it right. Point it right. Point it right.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. Campbell making the catch. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And he is going absolutely nowhere in the wrong direction. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back.
I got one. Double tight, guys, double tight.
We got 4.
They start on the ground with Elliott. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Hey, 50's the mic, 50's the mic.
They go to Elliott again. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. 10th carry now for Elliott.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
Good. 180.
Mike's 5-4.
Real.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Done.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook.
Get there.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The 20-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
54. Get ready. Alert 3.
Kings.
Mayfield to throw it. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Keep getting those touchdowns.
Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right,
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now, that turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Tackle made back at the 10-yard line.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. An even 90 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Gonzalez to add the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Vikings 28. Cowboys 0.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 44. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Cooper was the target there. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Jalen Smith. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd.
My touch.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
180. Pistol.
On 1st down, Cook. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
To be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling again.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Back to throw. Lawrence. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
On the double.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Sponge, sponge.
Throwing again. Lawrence.
We ain't giving up nothing.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw.
Slam.
61. Match box.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lawrence. And my goodness, another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Intercepted.
180.
Hey, I'm coming.
44-yard line.
Oh, a design run for their wideout. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Minnesota, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they suffer their 4th loss so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home.